Born to two Chinese immigrants who came to America, I lived in a small area in Portland, Oregon, where I learned Chinese and spoke little bits of English growing up. It wasn't really a problem when I was talking to family and friends, though it was not until I was around 10 years old where I moved from Portland to Gresham, where the majority of the population at my school that it was were mostly English speaker, and I, on the other hand, was the only Chinese in the entire classroom. And I would get the occasional comments here and there about why did my name sound like that, or why did I speak weird. Of course, I told my parents about these, but they urged me to focus on my studies, and they thought if I strengthened my English, then people might take me seriously. Well, over time, yes, my English did improve since then, but it did hurt me linguistically, that is. I had lost most of my Chinese very quickly. I lacked basic conversation and felt embarrassed for trying to attempt at speaking my home language. But most of all, I feel like there is like an invisible barrier that was present between myself and the culture I grew up in. I mean, given the circumstances, my parents and I thought what was best for my education at the time. Back then, I wish the circumstances were different, where my parents and I didn't have to worry about having such emphasis on English as the only language I needed to focus on. I wish the program in place had resources that allowed me to become an emergent bilingual. As we saw in García and Kleifgen said in Educating Emergent Bilinguals, that benefits of bilingualism has many benefits and factors that have positive effects on my cognitive functions like problem solving and creativity. Though it has been a long way, but I am reintroducing myself to Chinese again. Though it may not be perfect, I am a little clunky at first, but my family has encouraged me nonetheless on my journey to become fluent again and connect with the culture and language through physical medium like art. As an aspiring art teacher, art has been such a huge part of my life where I could express those feelings of want and connection on a canvas and tell others about my heritage and culture and that I'm proud of being Chinese. And I wish to extend that to students so they can also do that with their artwork. So their connections with their culture extend outside of the home and into the classroom and into the community and culture. And with the rise of technology, having programs that enable students to use images or sounds to communicate their thinking, they can create competent comprehensions of their learning, as mentioned by Garcia and Kleifgen, and having many benefits with it. And having knowing about language and my experiences, they have influenced how I want to be as a future educator. I want to be able to advocate for students in their use of their home language, create positive environments that encourage them to speak about their culture and not feel like it must stay out of school. Develop ways students can understand what's going on, whether visual or audible, despite the barriers. This is what I want to do as an educator.